Hello, everybody, and this is a very special episode of Bee Swarm Gaming. I don't know if I should be serious. I don't know if I should be excited. Actually, I'm very excited. So it's more the tone of the voice. I got so many things going through my head, and I am just in this frenzy because it's one of those things where it doesn't happen very much, but when it happens, it's just a explosion of feelings. Now, this isn't anything new because I've done this before, obviously, with my other account. But I want to pull up my chat, and the green check marks means that things are done. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 completions. 5 completions. Now, of course, if you hit pause, then you can see what they are. But me, oh, Black Bear, you know what that means. You know what that means. The Mythic Quest is done. But I'm going to hit his last. Okay, so we got to get the beehive up because we're going to look at the beehive. The beehive. Oh, man. And not only that, look at how much honey money I have. And we're going to add more to it. Oh, we're going to add more to it. This is just crazy. This is the most I've had at any one time. And I'm a noob on the upper end. This is crazy. This is the most that I've ever had. I gotta take a drink of water or my mouth is gonna go dry. Okay, now in one of the videos I talked about how having a puppy bee is very special in leveling up the bees. Now I have bees that are level 8, 9, 10, 11, and a couple of 12. Now my hive is different than where it should be. Now let me back up a little bit. Now there's a hive next to me that is where my hive should be. Okay, now you see the uniformity, which means that things, meaning the bees, should be. Okay, you go from one level to another level to another level. There's mythics in there. Some are gifted, some are not. If they're not gifted, the reason is because mythical bees are great on gifted. That's how they're designed. And then when they're gifted, it makes them not that much greater, but there's a skill, a certain skill that is OP. It's not going to get nerfed and it's not going to get buffed because it's so specific to that bee in a certain area that you just are totally amazed by it. Like, let's look at Spicy Bee. Spicy Bee gives out tokens. So it's like a rage bee, right? But it also does flames, and it makes flames longer. So it's like the best fire bee and demon bee. So it does both things. Plus, it has oil, and it has other things around fire, which makes things lasters. So when you get the demon hat, and the demon hat has the different flames, it makes the flames just look so much more awesome, and it lasts longer, so it gathers and it attacks. So that's the spicy bee. The fuzzy bee, as we know, the fuzzy bee just gathers and gathers and gathers. But what it does is it gathers its best pollen in the lower tier fields, the fields that we just hate, right? We all hate them. So that's what the fuzzy bee does. In fact, if you look at my fuzzy bee, where is he? Oh, here he is. I gifted him because I actually had a extra star treat and the rest of my bees were not even up to his level. And I was on a mother bear quest, and you know, you want to do the highest levels possible. And it was between him and Spicy Bee. There's a whole story behind it. But look, he gathers 922. That's pretty good. His energy is not very good. I'm going to change his mutation because it's a +1 attack. I haven't yet because there's other mutations that I'm going to do. But this 922 I don't really use for the upper tier. He's really good at the bottom tier, and he acts kind of like as a sprinkler really quick with that haze. Okay, the haze comes and it makes the flower super and it fills up the field. And as we know with the bottom tier, let's just say it's like one level, so it fills it up. But it's great without that fuzz. You don't need the fuzz because uh, the simple sprinklers up to the gold will take care of anything on the bottom. So we took care of Spicy and we took care of Fuzzy. We got the other two. We got Tadpole. Really doesn't need to be gifted because everything that he has is taken care of. Is taken care of. The mod comes out, right, without it being gifted. Its attack doesn't increase when it's gifted. The bubbles, it's not like it gets more bubbles when it's gifted. It has what it has without being gifted. Now when it's gifted, there's an increase in pollen. That's like the main thing, is that there's an increase in pollen. If you have the bumblebee, that helps the tadpole bee. But there's nothing special that makes the tadpole bee this awesome mythic bee. And then the last one, the vector bee, which actually, when it's gifted, really soups it up. Because when it's not gifted, it's okay. Now remember, every mythic bee is better than a non-gifted legendary, epic, and rare bee. Even though they have gifted abilities, just on a regular scale, a mythic bee is kind of like already gifted to some point when it's not gifted, right? So we can look at Vector and say, it kind of sucks. Well, Vector bee already has that triangular shadow where it picks things up, it activates things, but when it's gifted, it does it more. It does it better. It just makes things great. And in fact, if you have what's known as a vector hive, where you have like 2, 3, or 4 vectors, there's a supreme amulet called the shooting star, where it's made almost for vector, as well as other supreme amulets that are actually made for vector because there's a collection of the tokens. And if you have certain masks, like I believe the gummy mask with the coin collection, where you have to collect the mark tokens, that's the vector. You know, because the vector has the mark tokens. So, you know, there's things, subtle things, that the vector bee really benefits from that we don't really see until you get the vector bee and you're like, oh, well, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Like, imagine if you're always conscious of the triangle and you start to expand it, right? Start to expand it. And let's say there's a drop and you expand that triangle. It's going to pick up everything. And that's really cool because I've had the vector bee before, and if you're conscious of it, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool bee. So people who diss vector, don't. And remember, it's a colorless bee, so it's going to get that +3 right away. And its energy builds up really quick. Now on my main account, I do have a vector. So I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to the strength of the vector. It stays under the snail, it stays under the crabby, and it really takes a toll on them. So those are the mythics. Now, should you gift a mythic at the upper noob and at the mid-level stage? Because people want to. They see the mythic, they're excited, and they're like, I want to get the Gandalf from the Fuzzy. I want to get the extra flames from Spicy. I want to see what Vector does when he's gifted. And I want the extra stuff from Tadpole, because when Tadpole's gifted, there's that loot luck thing, the baby love thing, whatever it's called, and you're able to get rid of the baby bee. Now I have to, because I haven't passed one of Onnit's missions where you have to collect it. So I have to. It's kind of like an unfortunate because I don't want to, but I have to. So sometimes gifting is a choice that you have to make. The good thing though is that I've been saving up tickets, and I'm actually close to getting 2,000 tickets. There's the Festive Bee, which I don't think I'm necessarily going to get. Now here's the thing about the hive that I have. I should have 40 bees. I'm at 37 bees right now. I also said that there's a uniformity with another hive, like to the left of mine, which is Tomahawk Dragon. He has a channel, a YouTube channel. Obviously, go check it out. There's other shout outs. Check my other videos, and it's going to give them Food Guy Gaming, Oof Master Gaming, Faz Bros. But you gotta scroll down and you gotta look for the game controller. So these are all people who play Bee Swarm, some more than others. And one of the common things that they all have, I actually have to go to Science Bears, so let's head on over there. One of the things that they all have is the right way to play. And the right way to play is the way how I did the main account. The right way to play is there actually a Winnebee in there? There is a Winnebee in there, but I'm not going to do it. The right way to play is to keep your bees uniform. Even if it means that you're taking longer to be crabby, if you keep your bees uniform, that's the best way to go. It's like an army. You don't want to have a lot of very good soldiers and then a lot of poor soldiers all put into like one unit. You want the unit to work as a team, right? That's just what you want. Like in sports, if you're playing football or baseball, you want everybody to understand each other. So in Bee Swarm, when you have either a blue team, a red team, or a mixed team, or a colorless team, you want them to all be at the same level because they are going to have the same energy. They're all going to have the same stats to some degree. To some degree. That's kind of how they're built. So let's talk to Science Bear. Talks about the type of bees. Okay, I'm just going to go past this. This is what's important. Your bees will be able to convert 25% more. That's good. Efficiency is better. And I got enzymes, more tickets. The tickets now brings me up to over 2,000. So that's good. Let's talk to Science Bear again. Science Bear can keep talking. And he's doing the hard thing, which basically says, hey, it's time for stick bug. So we got this. The other thing that we have to do is we have to go and get some honey. I saw that, and we're going to get some honey. Now, sometimes the honeybee gives you something good. Every once in a while it gives you a star treat, or gives you royal jelly. Most times it doesn't. But that's kind of like one of those things where, ooh, a 1.5 million moon charms. Now, I used some glitter on Bearbee, and I'll explain why. Okay. I just said star treat, and it gave me a star treat. Look at that. Look at that. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Actually, it's not star treat. It's star treat. Star on my mind. Star jelly. But does it really matter? Does it really matter at the end of the day? Because they're both very good. Alright, and then the werewolf is like behind me, and he gives me like a ticket. I actually have a a stat on one of my, oh, well, this is good. This is good. This guy will help me out. He'll bring it down. I used glitter, which actually noobs aren't supposed to use because it's a boost more for an end game. Now, something that has been kind of on my mind is that my base speed is just slower. And this guy just seems to be getting my stuff. And I'm really not mad, you know, and I'm not upset. Except if they follow me around, and that kind of tells me that they're sniping things, which is not cool. Just not cool. I believe that when you're playing a game, there should be game etiquette, meaning that if I'm going one way, you should go like another way. But, you know, that's just the way how games work, you know. You can't tell other people how to play. Okay, so I'm building up oil for a specific reason. Here is the reason. The reason is that I am going, or I am thinking about going the opposite way in the coconut clogs. Because the coconut clogs have speed, which I need. I believe they have some sort of convert. I'm not sure. I know they have the 5% B attack, which will benefit me. And when I was looking at them, I said, you know, they have a lot of things, not OP type of things, not big things, but things that will help me out. And I'm okay with the honey mask right now. And to craft them, it's not that bad. It's 100 glue, which I have. It's 100 oil. It's 150 coconuts. And it's 50 coconut tropical drinks, which I'm over the threshold. And every time you kill Krabby, which comes around, because it respawns pretty quick, you get 5 or so. And then to make them, it's 10 coconut drinks, 2 enzymes, and 2 oils. And like I said, I craft that every single day. So I can get the clogs pretty quick, crafting wise, but it's 15 billion. But you kind of build off of the leveling up your bees. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm staying away from the gummy mask because that's what I did before. And I think by not making my bees uniform, it's not going to work out. You know, I'm kind of like past that. I got to focus on something such as the coconut clogs. Okay, so we got the science bear, the honey. Now let's go to panda bear, because panda bear is going to give us our exciting. Tomahawk is getting gumdrops because he is getting glue. Yes, he is getting glue. So let's talk to panda bear. I'm a natural born fighter. Yes, I'm keeping the mountain safe. Here is the star treat. He's basically saying feed it to any bee. Star treat, 50 million, and another 25 tickets. That is great. It says no more challenges. Maybe after the update. Botmaster. So that's a code. Botmaster's a code. I think I already used it. Okay. Should we type it in? Why not? Let's type it in to see what it does. BOPMASTER. Botmaster. I already used the code, so okay. Oh, convert rate. Let's use that. Okay. Good stuff. Found that out. Is there anything? Oh, look at that. Instant conversion dandelion. Oh, I'm so close to that. Okay. So now we got the star treat. Is there anything else? Oh, yes. Black bear. Here we go. Black bear, here we go. A big enchilada. Is there anything else that we have to do? That we have to do. Okay. Let's see, go all the way up. I don't think there's anything else. Okay. Let's let's just kind of like tell people. Alright, so let's talk to Black Bear. You've done it again. You are truly a legend. Your swarm is a pride of the mountain, at least in my mind. Yes, my mythic egg. See what mythic be. Okay, you've completed the last of my main missions. From now on, now he's kind of like Brown Bear once an hour. Keeps me busy. Okay, 500 million, 5 tickets. Now it's like everybody wants to give me tickets. Ah, look, he's going to give me like another one. Alright, keep you busy. Now you've noticed the one bear that I've stayed away from is Spirit Bear. Okay, Black Bear. Oh man. Okay, so we have 3.7 billion. So let's actually go here and let's actually end the video because it's 21 minutes. So we got everything I believe that we are supposed to get when it comes to bear wise. Okay, so let's see. I think we did. Let's see, Science Bear, Panda Bear, Polar Bear, Black Bear. Let's just check the quest, make sure that everything is done. Oh, Bucko Bee. I guess he is the last one. Now, these bees right here, they're good because for the coconut pack, they are going to require a lot, like 150 each. Okay. And what's cool is they are true. Every fifth one, they actually give you quite a bit, and the more you go, the more money they give you. Alright, so now we are done. See ya in the next video.